Supported Transition 2020, a guide to supporting SEND students through transition to Saltash Community School. With me, Senko Jen Childs. In this video we will cover the plan for SEND students, important places in the school, important people in the school, where and how to get help, and frequently asked questions. The COVID-19 pandemic means that this year transition for SEND students may look slightly different. We have been meeting with primary school Senkos, teachers, DSLs and key adults. There are the All About Me booklets and parent information forms. We will be creating teaching and learning profiles, and we have a number of transition videos. We are planning for September to ensure all students still have a positive transition depending on their needs. We will be sharing paper files in September with the primary schools. We will meet with parents as Senko and Assistant Senko in the autumn term if it is safe to do so. Myself and Mrs. Feldwick, the transition lead, have met with key staff at the primaries to discuss how best to support any children on the record of need. Where appropriate, we have also had contact with other professionals outside the primaries who have been working with the child to get extra information to support them. All of the primaries will have been sent a booklet to complete with their students. This information helps their tutor to get to know them and ensures that their voices are heard. These may be posted home for shielding students to complete with their parents. As parents and carers, we recognise that you know your child best, and we welcome your insight into your child's needs. We do have all the information that we need from your child's primary school, but would welcome any additional information that you can provide via our SEND parent transition form, which is available on the website. This document can be filled in completely or in part and sent to our school reception to build up a richer picture of your child at home as well as at school. At Saltash, we use several pieces of online software to track students' progress and to share information. If your child is on the record of need, their primary school will have provided us with the information we need to create a teaching and learning profile. This document follows the students around via our online seating plan system, alerting staff members that they are on the record of need and giving them immediate access to the information needed to support the student in every lesson they are in. Here is an example of a blank teaching and learning profile. Each section of the profile will be based on the information provided by primary schools and updated throughout the year where that's needed. Details of any other provisions, timeout cards, toilet passes, etc. will also be listed for teachers to see. This is a new system this year and has proved to be incredibly useful for teaching staff. There are a number of videos available to support transition, and we encourage that you share these with your child and the rest of your family. As a school, the safety and well-being of the students and the staff is at the centre of all the decisions made. And although we cannot be sure of what the return to school will look like in September, we will be acknowledging that some students may need extra support to get into new school routines. Our team are ready to welcome our new cohort, and the primaries have been so positive about how genuinely lovely the students are, whilst also recognising the support that they will need to settle and thrive. We would usually have review meetings in the autumn term, and we look forward to being able to meet with you as parents when it is safe to do so. In September, all the paper files will be delivered to us from the primary schools, and those documents, which are very important, may be uploaded onto our online records in line with GDPR regulations. We will now look at important places in the school and where they are on a map. The school is divided up into two blocks. The main school has 2 stories and the sixth form and geography history block is on one level. In the main part of the school, situated directly opposite the gym and changing rooms, is the Star Centre. The Star Centre is the mainstream learning support and SEND intervention room in the school. All of the learning support assistants, LSAs or TAs, work out of this main area, and staff will always be available to support students who need help throughout the day. This is also the space where students can go if they have a 10-minute timeout card, or to access support from our autism champions or dyslexia champion. The Pastoral Hub or Hub is situated in the centre of the main school building on the ground floor. This is the space dedicated to the heads of year who support students within their year group on everything from uniform to behaviour support. Often, students with SEND will use this area to help with personal organisation. Again, there is always a member of staff in this room ready to support if a student is having a tricky time. Just inside the student entrance is Student Services. Student services will be available throughout the day to provide first aid, access to personal medication, and answer questions about the school day, etc. Please let us know if your child requires any medical intervention or medication before they start. Your child's tutor room could be any of the teaching rooms around the school. The tutor room will become very familiar, as each day will start in this room. Students have a 20-minute tutor time and there is a programme of activities. The tutor will support the students each morning with school routines and are the first point of contact for parental communication. The canteen or dining room is located on the ground floor just off the main corridor. There are 4 food outlets on the school site to help reduce queuing and speed up break times. The canteen is the largest space and Year 7 students will be given priority access until they settle. Students can use the cashless catering option or take their packed lunch in with them to eat with friends. If they prefer a quieter space, there are areas around the school site to sit and eat. Breakfast club and homework club also happen in the canteen, and this is a great way to get SEND students familiar with the canteen and also get homework done too. Right in the centre of the school is the main hall. You may have visited this if you've come to see any of our awesome school shows. The main hall is a large room in the centre of the school. The main hall will be where assemblies will take place, either in house teams or year groups to stop overcrowding. Students sit on the floor of the assembly hall unless otherwise arranged. We understand that assembly can be tricky for some students, and you can discuss this with your child's tutor if needed. The hall is also open at break times for an extra space in bad weather. The changing rooms and sports hall are also located on the ground floor towards the rear of the school. The changing rooms join to the indoor PE facilities and provide a safe space for students to change. This experience can be different from primary, where students changed in classrooms. If personal organisation is an issue, a list of kit in their bag to help them repack their PE kit can help. The sports hall is a large space which can take some getting used to, as the acoustics are unusual. Most students get used to this after a couple of weeks, although if this does become a problem, inform your child's tutor and they can speak to the PE teacher. The school library is located on the upper floor of the main block. The location, great view and calming atmosphere makes the library a favourite with many of our SEND students. Throughout the week, there are different activities running at break times, and this also provides another of our safe spaces for break time. We have a number of SEND friendly spaces for break times, with the Star Centre, Room 30, the Lecture Theatre, the library, and also the main hall where staff are on duty. Some SEND students do worry about the location of toilets, and we have many facilities around the school, so they are never far from one. Students usually use the toilet at break time, but if they do need to go within a lesson, they will be issued with a leave lesson pass by the teacher at an appropriate time. Students with related medical conditions can be issued with a toilet pass to leave as soon as is needed. All staff are part of Team Saltash. We have Mrs. Feldwick, our head of Year 7, Mr. McKee is our assistant head of Year 7, and Miss Littledyke is our head teacher. The Special Educational Needs Department is headed by the Senko and Assistant Senko. We have a team of senior LSAs who work from the Star Centre and a team of curriculum LSAs who are based in MFL, Maths, English and Science. Where and how to get help. All students will need help at some point during their first few weeks, and all staff and many students will be looking out for Year 7s who look a bit lost or may need reminding what to do. There are many places around the school to get help, but the ones most frequently used are the Star Centre, Student Services and the Pastoral Hub. Students can ask for help with anything from not being able to find something to personal concerns they may have with friendships or family relationships. We also have a number of ELSA trained staff and a triage service run by local youth services to support students with ongoing or emerging concerns. Frequently asked questions. My child is coming from a small primary. Will they get lost? Students stay in their tutor group for all lessons in Year 7, meaning that they will all be moving from one lesson to another. In the first 2 weeks, it is likely that an LSA will accompany each group to their lessons. I'm worried that my child is going from one teacher to many. How will they know about my child's SEND needs? The primary teachers have all provided information for the teaching and learning profiles. These follow each SEND child around on their electronic seating plan, alerting teachers immediately to the child's additional needs and telling them exactly what support works best to help them learn and thrive. My child is not good at managing unstructured times such as break time. How can you support this? There are a number of rooms available to SEND students at break times to ensure they have support to socialise with their peers safely. This includes 2 designated SEND spaces each break time. My child has sensory needs and will find crowded corridors very difficult. How can we help? The primary teachers have all provided information on students' needs, and some students will be provided with 5-minute passes to avoid crowds. Most students, however, manage very well once they get used to it and prefer to move with their peers so that they can find their way more easily. My child struggles with personal organisation. What if they lose things during the day? We recognise that some students with SEND struggle to organise themselves and may lose things from time to time. Naming items of equipment and uniform will be key to getting this back to your child in a timely manner. Having a folder in your child's bag for completed homework will also help them organise handing things in. If this is a real struggle, your child's tutor can also help, as well as the support staff, by reminding students of good routines and habits. Please encourage your child to begin to take responsibility for some achievable aspects of personal organisation and build this slowly over time. For example, getting them to check with student services if they mislay their PE kit, etc. My child struggles to complete homework at primary school, and I am worried about the increased pressure at secondary school. What can I do? The primary teachers have highlighted students who may struggle here, and communication with the school is key. The school use Satchel 1, also known as Show My Homework, to set homework, and you as a parent can have access to the app. Most students are expecting more homework at big school, and we often find that students who have struggled to do homework at primary settle into a routine at secondary as they decide that that's just what big kids do. If, however, the homework set is becoming a struggle, please contact the teacher and they will be able to advise you. Equally, it is important that the timings on Show My Homework are stuck to, as we don't want children to be stuck in for hours trying to complete work. We also have Homework Club, which can support students after school. My child has a mobile phone. If things go wrong in the day, can they call me? The school rules on mobile phones are very clear, and it is important that you discourage your child from accessing help in this way to prevent them from getting their phone confiscated, etc. There are many, many ways that a student can access help and support from staff around the school, and this should be encouraged to ensure students become independent in seeking help from the adults in school. If you need to pass a message to your child, this can be done through school reception. Equally, if we need to contact you about an issue, we will be in touch. There are a number of different resources available to support transition on the transition section of the school website. Thank you very much for listening, and we really look forward to welcoming your child in September.